Robbo, thanks for joining us for Sussex TV. 2 games into the 2020 campaign now. A defeat on Friday and a win yesterday at Lords. How do you see the 2 games have gone?
Well, we've learnt a bit, and that's the beauty of playing 2020. You learn, you've got to assess quickly the things you're doing right and the things you're doing wrong. You'd love some preparation time to try and sort those things out, and maybe some practice games, because sometimes your plans look great on paper and then you're playing a game and it can look completely different. But I think first of all it's great to have 2020 here, and what a great occasion Friday night was. It was a great crowd, lovely atmosphere, fantastic atmosphere. It was an outstanding game. So ebbed and flowed all the way through, and you saw some great 6 hitting and some great death bowling. And unfortunately the great death bowling was by Surrey, and it hampered us. But it was a game where we probably felt we should have won, having got into a situation. Great rescue act by Yards with Rory, Hamilton-Brown, and then Yards and Scotty. But to get that close, you want to win. But in the end, it was probably a tale of 2 drop catches. You know, Matt Machin misjudges his at deep square leg, goes over his head, goes for 6. And obviously then Will, who's got as good a hands as anybody in the club, shells one, it goes for 2, 6 the next ball, and you know that costs you again. And I think if it would have kept it down 130, 140, it would have won comfortably, but that extra 15 runs was probably the difference.
It must have been really pleasing though to bounce back yesterday at Lords, and obviously posting the first 200 plus score of the tournament. That must have been a real boost after Friday. Yeah,
it was outstanding, wasn't it? We've got a top 5 who can do that. Look, 2020, the best place to bat is that 1, 2 and 3, and the really hard areas is number 5 and number 6 sometimes, the finishers. But we know we were now top 4, 5 fire like they did the other day. You know, they're as good as anything there is around, and we got a good score. We didn't think the wicket was going to play that well. It did grip and did turn a little bit, but we felt it would do a little bit more, and Middlesex came at us hard, but we did enough in the game to win, and I sort of felt we grew as a bowling unit, as a fielding unit, as the game went on. Started a little bit tentatively, but then there were some outstanding catches. You will not see a better catch than Joe Gattins. I think it's the best I've ever seen. Dwayne Smith got us going with another outstanding catch running around the edge. As I say, then you've got Gats, CJ, Chris Jordan gets a brilliant catch as well, running in at his bootlaces from deep square leg, and we really sort of got going then. But look, 2020 can be the silly season as well. It can be the season of hysteria where you know you hear a few comments after losing on Friday, and why did people do this? This was rubbish and that was rubbish, and you win the next game and that was great and that was fantastic, and it's never like that. It's somewhere in between is always the truth. And we've got to be patient sometimes. We've got a young lad in Chris Jordan who did the deaf in Dubai in our one-day games there. He's done the deaf in the Pro 40 game, he's done well, but he hasn't played much and he's learning his trade. And you hear things like, why didn't Scott Styrus or why didn't Drain bowl at the deaf on Friday? Well, it's a specialist position, you know, and you have specialists who do specialist positions, and obviously if he repeatedly doesn't do it, then you have to find somebody else. But you can't judge people after just one game, especially a young man who's trying to make his way and has had a good season so far.
Another busy week, up to Surrey for a chance of quick revenge, if you like, on Wednesday, and then back here on Friday against Hampshire. Is there any early team news, any injuries?
I think first of all, the disappointment of Friday, as much as anything, we had Surrey on the ropes to beat them, and they'd lost their first game, and we allowed them to grow and get some belief from our victory. They've won the next one, so there'll be a different animal come Wednesday. And they've got Ponting back, and they've won 2. They'll have a really good feel-good factor. I would say we'll have the same. We've took our beating, our defeat well on Friday, and we've made some better plans and we've learnt something on Sunday, so we'll be in a better place as well. Injury-wise, we've got Jimmy Anion, who missed the Notts 4-day game due to his finger injury. He's fitting well, so we have an option of him. Matt Hobden, unfortunately, got bad news on him after the Notts Pro 40 game. He's got a shin injury, so he's out for at least 6 weeks, probably could even be out for the rest of the season now, so that's really bad news, especially for Matt, who's made such a good impression in that time. But the 11 who's played the last week, they're all fit and raring to go, and then you've got obviously the captain Ed Joyce, Matt Machin will come back, and Lewis Hatchett and Jimmy Anion as cover bowlers.
And of course after this week it's back into championship action, believe it or not, with the schedule. Will you have much time to prepare with the Red Bull?
We'll have one day. We play Hampshire Friday, which hopefully should be another good spectacle for anybody who comes to the county ground here. You know, as I say, it was fantastic Friday night despite the result. And then a little bit of Saturday, and Sunday will be a squad day the one day's prep to turn your heads around to try and get people ready for Monday. And that's the biggest disappointment I have is as a coach, is always that you want more time to prepare players, to give them, you want to give them their best chance of succeeding, and sometimes you're hoping as opposed to guaranteeing. But that's the nature of county cricket, and we're all in the same boat, and sometimes we get cards that favour us and sometimes we don't. So we'll have Sunday to get ready for Taunton, and hopefully we'll do that game right.
Thanks, Robbo. Good luck this week.
Thank you.